Hey, how's it going?
Fine. Is it your car?
Hello everyone. In Russia, goats are ready to sleep for a car, because it's an indicator of status. For an iPhone, because it's an indicator of wealth. For apartments, for money, for all this nonsense. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and watch my videos.
That's a strange question. You just got in the car and now you're asking. Well, of course it's mine. Do you think I bought it from a friend or something? Why?
It's not perfect for homeless.
Huh? What kind do you want?
I don't know, like an Audi.
An Audi?
Yeah,
Really? Do you drive an Audi a lot?
yeah. You could at least order a taxi for me.
Shit, and you know that when you got in the car, you started the conversation wrong. That's
Why
not
the
right.
right way?
That's not right.
No.
You didn't even say hello.
Okay, hi.
It's just that somehow you're not decorum, you know. You just sit down and ask what kind of car it is.
You should set your priorities right.
Priorities?
Yes,
That is, I don't know. You were brought up. There has to be some upbringing.
I have the right.
Discussing about the car of someone you don't know very well.
Why? You want to do something nice for me. You want to take me to a restaurant. It would be nice.
You have it all worked out, haven't you?
Yes.
You are so, well, look, we met on an online dating site, right? It was our first meeting, an introductory meeting to see if we would have a connection,
Yeah, okay.
whether we would like communication, so...
How much do you earn?
Great, you start from the beginning without any foreplay, straight to the point, right?
Why? No, it's important for me.
What I earn is all mine.
How much do you make?
Do you need numbers?
Yes.
Well, about $3,000.
Can you make more?
Are you serious?
Like a second job? You just can't afford me. I need to get manicures, hairstyles, eyelashes, buy clothes, and I can't support myself, right?
So you are looking for a man to support you, gives you money.
It's not that he supports me, but if a man wants to give me something as a present, he wants to love me.
Well,
So yes, he should.
I don't argue that if a man wants to love you or if you are in a relationship, he just really give you money for women's things, for manicures and gifts. But if you meet him for the first time and it lasts 5 minutes, then it's not okay to say so.
Well, I set priorities. We need to understand.
Just right away, right?
Of course, so you understand everything.
I think that even if a man wants to spend some money on a woman, when he hears that, you have no questions about me, for example. Who am I? What am I? Right? You want to be supported financially? You should know what you are capable of.
You should know what you're capable of.
Beauty salons and stuff I can provide for my girlfriend. But in my opinion, it's not normal to say that after not even 5 minutes have passed.
I don't know, you're telling me how to live my life now, and
No, I'm not telling you how to live your life.
how I think, how I communicate, that's my business, and I think that's the way to live.
And why do you think so? Did somebody tell you to live
because-
this way? Just look, this isn't the first time I've been on a date with girls from a dating site, and I found this habit that people like you talk most of the time. I'm just wondering who's teaching you that?
Well, it's built into us from the beginning.
Built in?
Yes, girls are a gift to the world, and men have to do everything to make women happy.
I just thought that you are supposed to love, be faithful, give birth to a baby and raise it. Aren't you?
Well, that is second.
Second,
Yes.
well, do you always get to know people?
Yes, so I can tell at once if a person is worth of me or
How
not.
much money do you need? How much do you spend on yourself?
Well, $6,000.
You?
Yes,
You spend $6,000?
yes,
Really?
yes.
For what? What does the money go to?
I spend the money to support myself, to have fun. Yes, I have fun. I go out a lot.
Where do you go?
To the Maldives.
To the Maldives?
Yes,
And when was the last time you were in Maldives?
in summer.
In summer?
Yes, Unfortunately, it didn't work out this time.
Why not? You couldn't find a boyfriend?
I had some problems. We broke up a while ago.
Oh, you broke up, right?
Yes, but I don't want to discuss that now.
So you want to discuss about my income, my car, right?
I guess so. I don't like this area, by the way. Can we get out of here?
You came to this area, so it's probably okay for you. We made an agreement before, and you came.
We agreed that we would go downtown to a nice restaurant, for instance.
I would go with you, but I have to understand you first. You have to start a good communication. Now, for example, I don't like the way we communicate.
Okay, tell me something about yourself.
About myself,
Yes.
I'm Alexander, I'm 30 years old, I'm working. I have my small business in IT, working, growing, looking for a girlfriend. I want to meet an educated girl who would love me not for money, but just for what I am, for my qualities such as intelligence, charisma, and it just seems to me that you are not thinking right. You have priorities, that's good. You are not shy to talk about it in the first 5 minutes. For example, if a man has money and listens to you, he won't want you. He will just think you are looking at him like a wallet.
I don't like what you're saying.
But isn't that logical?
Well, I just don't want to hear that.
And what do you want to hear? You started, and I just replied. You are looking for a man? For what? So he can give you money?
So he'll love me
Do
and
you
make me
want
happy.
marriage or love? Okay, love and pleasure in terms of money.
Yes.
So do you want to build a relationship with him or what? Or some one-time encounters?
I don't know how it goes. I need a new manicure, by the way. Can you drop me some money? I'll book me a place in a beauty salon.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm thinking about getting a manicure after the meeting.
You mean I have to drop money to a girl I don't know well enough to get a manicure in 5
Yeah,
minutes?
why?
Is that okay?
Yes, why?
Well, you are not my girlfriend. If you were my girlfriend,
My girlfriend, not my girlfriend. I'm reading in your car right now. You should already be grateful to me for that.
me?
Yes.
And maybe you should be thankful that you are sitting in my car. I'm wasting my time on you right now, listening to this nonsense talk, strange principles of life.
You are very complicated. There's something wrong with your head.
Why do you find it difficult to make demands? For example, I don't make my demands that you do this and that.
Because your demands are not important to me.
Oh, so you are a goddess and I'm nobody.
Yes, you could say that. We women are born to it, so there's no point in denying it.
Actually, I thought that women weren't born for much else. To keep the home cozy, to raise children.
Well, that is something that every woman chooses differently. I, for example, don't want to do that. I want to rest. I want to devote my whole life to myself. I want to develop. I want to always be beautiful, and if I have a desire and if a man loves me, then he should help me fulfill all my desires.
No, I'm not arguing with you. What do you do with your life? Do you work?
No, I don't do anything.
You mean you don't do anything?
No, I have fun. I go out with my friends a lot. I take courses sometimes.
I guess it's probably about how much a man should earn. Those courses by any chance, Balinovska?
Lenowska's courses too.
Really?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So you believe what she says?
Well, she actually has an interesting way of thinking. It has a place.
I just saw a little bit of videos once and I know what she looks like.
What does she look like? She looks good. You wouldn't understand it.
Have you watched a review at all about how she lives? She has a regular husband, no?
Well, I don't know what I've seen. She's good. If she wants something, she gets it.
What she says is that if a man makes less than $2,000, you can't even say hello to him. If a man earns between 2,000 and 4,000,
Up to 2,000 is not normal.
from 2,000 to 4,000 is already normal.
There is hope for that. If a man takes a second job, maybe a night shift, or somehow moves up the career ladder, if a man is plus or minus 30 years old, there is some chance, but if he's older, there is not.
So the man has to work several jobs, you will just sit at home and he will just give you his money, right?
You're explaining it very brutally. It's not like that.
How? You say he has to get a second job and take the night shift?
I'm not an ATM to take money. It all comes for a reason. I don't need money, but results from the money, makeup artists, an apartment, cinema, theaters, and cars. And it all has to go for my benefit. I need it.
Do you often go to the theater?
Yes, of course.
Which theater do you go to?
I went to the Gogol Center recently.
What was there?
There was a play.
Something like that?
Yeah.
You go, but you don't know where.
Yes, but the main thing is enlightenment.
I see you know, like in the song High Heels by Leningrad, right?
I want high heels too.
Great, I just go to the theater a lot. I really like the big theater, and I like you. I know what theater I go to, and what they show there. I go to see the ballet more often. You probably don't go to the big theater.
If a man comes into my life and wants to take me to the theater to see the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker?
Yes, I heard that theater tickets start at $1,000, so why not?
Honestly, the tickets aren't $1,000 or more. That's nonsense. You can't buy them for resellers because they are named tickets. When you buy a ticket, you buy it under your first and last name. They don't have open tickets and you can't resell it to someone else. And they only show the Nutcracker on New Year's Eve. The ballet is just before New Year's Eve.
Well, this is a good New Year Eve gift for me. Why not?
I go there often, so I know.
I wonder.
I know the ballet, Kessel, Swan Lake, Spartacus, Ivan Grozny, Chavez and Carmen. I'm a regular guest there just because I like it. Okay? You don't do anything with us. You go to beauty salons, right?
Yes, I'm improving
But it
myself.
can't be like that. You have to do something with your life.
I like to draw sometimes.
Draw? What do you draw? What style?
I draw on sand.
On sand?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yes.
Do you draw just for yourself?
Yes, I paint for myself. It's quite an expensive hobby because it's panels and it's very hard to actually maintain. I have my own maid who's in charge of it all.
The maid?
Yes, and that's why that's my hobby.
And where do you live and with whom? By yourself or with your parents?
I have my own apartment.
An apartment? You have a maid?
Yes,
And where do you get the money if you don't do anything?
I have a good dad.
Who's a good dad?
My dad.
Dad?
Yes.
Rich?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Dad is rich, and does he know that you are looking for a man to support you?
Yes, of course. I'm used to living like that and I want to find...
I'm used to living where to. I've never been poor, but I have different notions about it. Still, should be good communications, relationships, love.
Well, you're already fed up with your communication. I understand you.
How do you see it? There has to be a connection to topics other than money. Where to go, how to have fun. Doesn't there?
I don't know, you're thinking too narrowly.
Okay. How do you think deeply? Explain it to me. Maybe I don't understand something in life.
You just want to enjoy it and not talk like a greedy boom. It's disgusting. I want everything to be luxurious. I want everything to be good all the time. I don't understand you. You are too narrow-minded, and that's why you have such a life.
And how do you know what kind of life I have?
I just see you, your car.
My car? I know some people who earn 10,000 and use the subway.
Well, that is their way of thinking because they can't think comprehensively.
Why do people need a car? They just think of it as a mean of getting around like in Europe. And to buy a car with your last bit of money, to take credit for it, that's just nonsense, isn't it? Just for the status? I'm a cool guy in a car like that.
Yes, yes, you always have to be your best self.
To present yourself in a positive way is good. If you run a serious business and you have to go to a business meeting, you could rent a car. But in everyday life, for example, to go to the store, what difference does it make which car I drive to the supermarket? Explain this point to me.
Well, because that all the people look at you.
Just so everybody looks at you.
Yes, for instance, to make you jealous.
Well, why do you need someone to envy you?
Well, because you always have to better. You always have to better. And you have to drive and be proud to have such a gorgeous woman in your car. You just have to be proud to have me. You know me. You talk to me.
Cool. Don't I owe you money to talking to you?
Well, maybe you do owe me money. You have to understand and enjoy what you have in your life, but always strive for the best anyway.
I'm not arguing with you. Striving for the best is a good thing. For example, I'm in a business, but I'm always set my car higher. I realize anyway that even if I can't achieve those results, I know that I'm doing my best to do so. I want to get it over in my head. We are just not talking about much else. There are some life principles.
Are we getting there soon?
We're just riding around, talking, evaluating.
Let's park on that street. On Tverskaya Street.
On Tverskaya, it's actually another street. So you just want to go somewhere downtown?
Yes, let's go.
What are we going to do there?
I don't know, go somewhere.
On Tverskaya Street specifically?
Anywhere, as long as it's in the center. We'll order cocktails of some sort, have a bite to eat. And
cocktails? You mean you are also an alcoholic?
Why so rude? What kind of word is that?
You like to drink?
Do you even understand what you're saying to a woman? I'm free to do what I want. If I want to drink a cocktail, I'll do it. That's it. What's the problem?
I mean, you don't see our leisure time together. All you care about is to sit somewhere and have a drink.
Look, if you're not happy with me, then get me out of the car and I'll take a taxi and...
I'm just trying to listen to you. I want to understand.
I'll go somewhere else and have fun with other people, because you're not happy with me.
It's not that I'm not happy with you. I just want you to start communicating normally.
I'm communicating normally.
Here we are for about 15 minutes, and the topic of our conversation is just money. People who are jealous, cars...
Well, because that's the main thing in life.
I just used to think that people who want to do families don't talk like that. Usually, people who start everything from scratch, they try to prove their status. That's the main thing for them. And for people who are originally wealthy, they don't have many other priorities.
Sasha, if you keep teaching me about life with your stupid worldview, you can drop me off. I'll take a taxi and go have fun with my people in downtown.
Okay, in that case, I want you to know that I'm not trying to teach you anything. We can just change the subject and talk about something else. I want to get to know a different side of you.
Well, what other side?
Until now, you've been talking about strange things. You've probably got friends dead. You must talk to them about other things.
Why? I often talk about my desires. I often talk about what I would like to achieve, what gifts I would like to have.
Okay, what would you like to accomplish in life? What is your goal? How do you see your future?
I want my house. I want a man who will love me, who will give me presents every day, and that's it.
Okay, then what? A family? A child or what?
We'll have a nice life. We'll have lots of money. We'll travel.
So that's how you see your happiness?
Yes.
And then, maybe you would like to have a child?
I don't know. How about a baby? Right now, I don't want a child. But if I have a child, of course, I'll send him to the best school. He'll have the best iPhone. He'll walk around in expensive clothes. He'll have the best surrounding. That's important because
What do you mean by the best? What do you mean when you talk about the best surrounding? You mean that there are people who are outsiders? They are just people.
yes, there are people who deserve better. People who can afford to have expensive things and provide for themselves.
And you are not allowed to communicate with other people.
Yes, I don't want to communicate with them. They make me degrade.
And if, for example, a person tries what he does, what he strives for, but now he is in a difficult moment, but maybe in a couple of years he will succeed. Can't we really communicate with him?
Let him come back in a couple of years and then I will think about it.
Let him come in a couple of years, right?
Yes.
I understand.
I just don't like it when people say, I'm a good person, but in reality, what have you achieved in life? If you were able to make money, then you've achieved something. If not, you haven't.
Well, what if he has achieved something else? Not in the financial sphere. I think logically, not everyone makes a lot of money. Some people have children and raise them, and then the children grow up and become great people. That's the goal and purpose in life, even if it's without money. It's different for everyone. Some people want kids, and some people want different things. Someone, for example, helps, I don't know, the city.
I don't want to communicate with people like that. If that's the way they feel comfortable, then let them live that way. Personally, I don't care about them at all, but I don't want to live like that. I set my priorities. I set myself goals for an ideal life, and I have to follow them. That's it.
But in fact, you want to do everything at the expense of others.
Sure.
It's just that I know a guy who has a girlfriend and they achieve something together. Working, doing something, working for themselves, not for others.
No, if a man gives me some business, I'm ready to follow him, to go there. Of course, it will be my job, my business.
Okay, then let's get factually. You have a man like that, he gives you money, but you are dependent on him anyway. What if he meets another woman? He will leave you, so he will jump from one to another.
Then I will find another man.
When you get something yourself, like in Europe, you know how they live in Europe, don't you? It's a bad attitude when a man pays for a woman. Any independent woman would be offended by that.
I feel sorry for these women.
Why? They just think differently.
Let them think differently. I feel pity for the women because they weren't made for work. They were made to shine.
Women are made to keep the home.
But even Eva came to earth and
Did?
Eva, Adam and Eva, and they say that Adam is a stone and Eva is statue. She's perfect, not crude. So I also think that a woman is art. I just sympathize with women who don't understand that or who have to work. But on the other side, hand, it's their own fault. They could just think right, but they
It means
can't.
they just agreed to everything men can provide for them. It turns out that it's all men's fault that they can't earn money for women. And they tolerate.
The men have to try anyway.
In that case, you know about art. You just spoke so beautifully now about Adam and Eva, about the stone, then about the statue.
Yes, of course. I do invest a lot in my education.
Well, what? For books? Do you like to read? Maybe visiting cultural places?
Yeah, sometimes I go to museums.
And what kind of education do you have?
I graduated from high school.
High school? That's great. And what else?
I graduated in economics by correspondence at MSU.
MSU?
Yes, but I actually got my degree by paying for it. You see, money solves everything. I paid for a couple of exams, and voila, I got the degree in my pocket. Of course, I don't work, but my father insisted that I should have some.
Education.
Yes, that's right.
Just to tick off the box, right?
Yes, I just didn't like it.
You didn't like studying?
Yes, I didn't like going to school.
Why?
It has a very cheap atmosphere.
Cheap? An institute?
Yes,
At MSU?
yes.
Why do you think so?
I don't know, people focus their attention on some kind of physics, economics, and I don't know, it doesn't seem interesting. It's boring. Numbers.
According to you, it's more interesting to go to fitness classes, beauty salons.
Yes,
Yes?
yes.
For you, it's better to be typical Barbie, investing only in yourself, doing only beauty.
Yep,
Is it okay not to be involved in development?
yes.
Yes.
Well, you can do development, but only in a way that makes you feel good.
Well, what else do you like besides the things you've just said?
I don't know. I like dressing up nicely. I've already told you about everything.
You like to dress nicely? Just look, the whole time I'm listening to you, I realized that all your talk doesn't match your outfit.
Why?
I'm not saying that you have bad looks. You look good. It's just that from your looks, you must have a different view of life.
Do I look cheap or what?
No. I mean, girls who think like you don't look that way. They have our pumped lips. You know, their eyebrows aren't natural, with balls like that. They are stupid. You are not very stupid, girl. Well, but you talk like...
Well, everyone has his own advantages. For example, you're now discussing about my appearance, and I may consider it an insult in my direction.
No, that's not what I mean.
I don't know. We can get away from here somewhere sooner. I really can't be here anymore. We've been here, I think, several times already.
I'm giving you a tour.
A tour of the
Here,
neighborhood.
check out the tire store.
So interesting. I don't care. Let's go to a restaurant, or I'll get out of here now.
So you don't see any continuation other than going to the restaurant.
I told you. Either you take me to the restaurant now, or we say goodbye once and for all. Go ahead. Choose.
I think I'm going to give you a gift after all. I've got something for you.
What is it?
I got so nervous about your beauty. From your deep wit, so I forget I had a present for you before.
What kind?
Do you like surprises?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's stop now. We just can't. I will give you a present, and if you like it, we can go to a restaurant together.
Okay.
Are you intrigued?
Yes, I am.
Do they give you gifts often?
Yes, I get presents very often.
What kind of gifts?
They give me flowers very often.
Flowers?
Yes,
Buckets?
yeah.
Your man? And besides flowers are just like that. They don't bloom and that's it.
No, it's beautiful. It's romantic.
I understand, yes, but there may be something more practical.
I also often get jewelry.
Okay, jewelry, but what kind of jewelry? Rings, maybe?
Rings.
Look, you don't have any.
I just decided not to wear rings today. I'm going for a manicure anyway. I'm going to get my nails done.
Then we will get there, and I will give them to you in a nice package. How could I have forgotten about
What
that?
is it?
I just wondered if you would like the gift or not. You are such a smart girl. And I still think you will like it.
What is it?
Now wait, we'll stop around the corner. It's a surprise. You like surprises, don't you?
I do, yes. My dad got me this scarf from Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton?
Yes. Here, see.
Well, I see the scarf.
No,
It
it's
should
not
say
just
it's
regular
Louis Vuitton.
scarf.
Just to be honest, I'm not very good at it. I don't care what brands exist. Of course, I buy clothes in stores. If I like it, then I buy it. So where can we stop?
Так. Ну что тут у нас местами?
Let's stop here and I'll give you a gift. I think this gift would be perfect for you. Here's my box. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yes.
Take it and see what's inside. You will love it.
What that?
Take it out. It's a brain. I think you need to put it in your head.
It's cabbage.
It's a brain. You need a brain.
That's it. I got it.
Sip it, girl. Good luck.